Okay, so when I use the wax and grease remover, I put gloves on. You got to protect yourself from the solvents. Okay, the next thing I'm doing is I'm going to just put a row of 2-inch tape, 2-inch tape or 1.5-inch tape, and I'm going to do it to protect the adjacent panels. I don't want to wreck the adjacent panels. That's anything close to where I'm working. I might slip with the sander. Okay, so I am pretty far away. I'm at least 1 inch away over there. I'm going to do it over on the fender as well. Okay, so it's also to remind me that this is my boundary. Don't go past it. All right, so what we're going to do at this point is I want to see where my dents are. So I can see that I have a dent here. This goes in. There's a chip right there, an outward dent here, an outward dent here. And it looks like another outward dent right there. So with 180 grit, what I'm going to do is just highlight those areas, okay? So I'm just going to block them out, and it's going to show me my highs and lows. All right, so I'm standing right now where that inward dent is right here. That's a dent going in. You can see the dent is still shiny right here. There's an outward dent right here. Let me just make sure that that's on. Yeah, okay, that's being shot. Okay, so shiny paint means a low. This was high here. It still is high. And what will happen is that that outward dent will protrude through that paint. So we'll see that shortly. All right, I'm going to show you another way I can do this. All right, so we have that set. I'm just going to rest this right here softly. I'm going to blow that off. Okay, so you can see right here that outward dent must be sticking out a little more than this one, because this one I don't see it yet, but it is there. I see one right here too. All right, so I'm going to just knock that a little bit. All right. Okay, so I start to see a little halo right there of something, and that's probably my first outward dent. A quick way to see where this stuff is, you can put a layer of guide coat on. This is a guide coat right here, and it's going to show up your highs and lows. It's the only real reason to use guide coat. It just shows your highs and lows. Helps you know where to sand. Okay, so I'll show you real quickly how the guide coat works. See how quick that is to highlight that one spot there? It's highlighting the spot right here, and it will highlight this spot right here. See how quick that shows up. Boom. Also, not doing anything in here. There's nothing. There's no sand scratches. You see the sand scratches are stopping right at this crater right here. Okay, so that's the big low spot. That's the one we're going to have to start to take out. So when I take this out, I got a body line that comes right through it. You have to pay attention to that. I've got a chip right here, which we will fill. I got the high here, I got a high here, and a high here. So we're going to work those out. I'm going to see if I can get to the underside of the hood to access that big crater. So I look in here, and I see that I have an access hole here. Not a very big one, so I'm going to use a pick. This is a body pick. It has a curved end, has a handle. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to slip it in there. Now, before I do that, I'm going to have my hammer ready. Okay, and let me just make sure that this is on screen here. Not yet. All right, so let's see if I can do it like this. All right, so I'm going to get the pick into position. I have a body line that I want to start to bring back out, okay? And I want to see where my pick is ending up in here. Now, one thing I got to be careful of is not stretching the metal at this point. If I pull this out too far, I'm going to have an oil can right here where the metal is going to keep going boing, 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 back and forth. So as I lift this up, my pick is in this area right here. I'm going to just tap down a little bit on the surrounding metal. Okay, so my goal is to bring up the metal and not, there we go. In that. You just have to keep tapping lightly, and it's going to move it around. The hitting of the hood hitting down and pushing up, it's moving the molecules around of the hood. So when I get to that spot again that I'm looking for, I must have taken it up a little bit, and now it's a little harder to find that low spot. All right, so I'm going to go right there. All right, so that is definitely coming up. I'm just going to see if I can grab a little bit more of this low spot. All right. I'm also going to take out these high spots. So put this on. I have a high spot right here. I have a high spot right here. I would have to say that those are kind of low now. What I'll do is I'll take the block and see where this is coming out. All right, so I'm going to put it on pole.